Hello, Dan Joss. How are you today?
Doing great. How are you?
I am well, thank you. So on Money Talks, we have a new topic today. And that topic is?
Another financial discipline.
Another financial discipline. Okay.
Living
well,
with margin.
Margin. You mean like margin, like a margin loan on your stocks or something?
No, not necessarily. More like space.
Space. Okay. I like that.
Kind of like the margin of space between the car in front of you and the front of your car.
Okay. So it sounds like having a little distance between what you have to have and what you actually have might be a good thing.
Yep. Or space between what you earn and what you spend.
Right.
Or what your needs are.
Okay.
That kind of space.
Good. Do tell. Give us more.
Oh, well, when you see brake lights on the car in front of you, you have time to react if you have the right space between you and the car in front of you.
The right amount of margin between you and the car in front of you.
So last summer, during COVID, some people lost their jobs, and they found out they didn't have enough space in their checking account.
Okay.
Because they were spending everything they had.
Yes.
And so whether space is saving money for the future or paying off your car loan and then saving that extra money, so when emergencies happen or life happens, we have money, we have space to react.
Okay. Well, that's good. So it's almost like we're talking more about space than margin, but it's the same thing.
I call it living on margin.
Okay.
Kind of like our day, too. There's a time space.
Do you stack your appointments right up to each other?
10 to 12 and 12 to 2 and 2 to 4. And if a meeting runs long, that reverberates through the rest of the day and you've wrecked a bunch of things.
And causes stress.
But if you have space,
right,
you have time to relax, calm down before the next meeting or before the next required event.
Okay.
Same with money.
Right.
So consider space.
Okay. Well, considering I had a 10 o'clock and 10:30, and then I've got an 11:30 and a 12, I think I know what you're talking about today.
That's exactly right. So a few ways to practice living with margin or how to create space,
right,
is save 15% for retirement. Save 10% to another account. This way, if that income doesn't come in, you can stop saving for a little while and not have to stop your needs.
Okay.
Change a house contract or do some other things. You have that built-in space.
Okay.
Or give 10% or give 15%. So that now you only need maybe half of what you're earning.
Right.
That gives you space.
Okay.
It's also a less stressful way to live.
It is a less stressful way to live. So I hear.
I spoke with somebody recently who made the last 2 car payments, one on each of their 2 cars.
Okay.
And so now they have extra cash every month.
Right.
So the question, what do we do with this extra cash? Well, there's several options. We could go buy a different car and start the payments again, or we could give that extra money away or spend that extra money or save that extra money. But because they have the ability now to decide what to do with that, that gives them some space or margin or freedom.
Right. And it's nice to be able to have that decision.
Right. We don't have to commit it to a 4-year something or other.
Right. So it's kind of like with margin, you have choice. And choice is kind of what we're all after, isn't it?
That's right. Or freedom.
Right.
So that's another financial discipline is practice living with margin.
Okay. A little bit of space. Otherwise, you just won't have that final frontier. I had to go there at some point. You knew it was coming. Space, the final frontier.
You always surprise me on these. I didn't know that was coming.
Okay. All right. Well, our production guy, Tim, did. Yeah. All right. Well, Dan Joss, we appreciate you being here. If someone wants to set up a time to come and talk to you and allow a little buffer, a little space, and to get into their life, what's the best way for them to do that?
They can call us, 757-903-2127.
Okay.
And check out our website at jossbrown.com.
Excellent. We appreciate it so much, Dan. You have a great day.
You too.
Money Talks is a weekly program presented for the listener's benefit and entertainment. It is provided at no cost to the listener, and the ideas, opinions, and comments are not to be construed as legal advice, tax advice, investment advice, or other advice specific to the listener. Listeners are encouraged to seek the advice of a licensed professional or other qualified party when dealing with financial, legal, tax, medical, investment, insurance, taxidermy, plumbing, electrical, carpentry, real estate, chiropractic, veterinary, oral hygiene, hot air ballooning, etc. We have given you some food for thought. Now, call a licensed professional such as Dan Joss at 757-903-2127. Thanks for listening, and remember, failing to plan is planning to fail.